What is up, everybody? Welcome back. So today we're jumping into a video talking about Borderlands 2 and the potential that there is for a remake, and I really feel like Gearbox should close in on this. So in many ways, Borderlands 2 is the best starting point for not only the series, but also potentially the first-person shooter genre overall. Its gameplay prioritizes fun over all else, and its side content as well as kooky characters do well to break up the in-depth mechanics. Tales from the Borderlands, which we are also getting a new Tales from the Borderlands, they offer a more refined and traditionally paced story. And Borderlands 3 basically had more impressive graphics and better gameplay, but Borderlands 2 is still known to be the best Borderlands, even after so many years. It came at a time when the genre needed something new, and it's still played to this day by people who want to experience all the Pandora can offer. And that is not a lie. There is a lot of people still playing Borderlands 2 now. We have actually seen a lot of entries in the Borderlands series since the beginning in 2009. But the second game just remained a gold standard for the rest that just didn't match up to it. Not saying that the games weren't good. They were all really good, but there was just key components in Borderlands 2 that just made it the best title. Borderlands 2 actually arrived at a perfect time, offering a satisfying first-person shooter that didn't feel overly competitive like Call of Duty or story-focused like Far Cry 3. And as Borderlands remains the go-to series for co-op minded players who find fun in frantic split-screen multiplayer, Borderlands 3 was a relative disappointment in comparison to its predecessor. And that's largely because of the agonizing wait between releases that made it more difficult to reach the heights of Borderlands 2. But also, they made enemies, the two main antagonists in Borderlands 3 just were not to the standards of Handsome Jack. And that is the problem. They really hit the marker on 2 with that. And the main enemies in 3 just weren't as good as Handsome Jack. Now, I feel like they weren't awful. I did love Borderlands 3, and I love the DLCs. But, yeah. Tyreen and Troy, they weren't Jack. Borderlands 2 isn't known for its storytelling, but most are in agreement that Jack is one of gaming's finest villains. He's insufferable, but never in a way that makes him an eyesore. In fact, Handsome Jack is easily the most compelling character in the game, so the Calypso twins in Borderlands 3 didn't stand a chance. Handsome Jack is given more backstory in Borderlands the pre-sequel, a game set before the events of Borderlands 2. However, while this is a welcome addition, it's not needed to make him great. Without the knowledge of his past, Handsome Jack is still a character that easily carries the game's narrative. No other experience in the series has come close to presenting an antagonist as iconic as him. But having an antagonist that really drives the game, that's not just why people love Borderlands 2 so much. In Borderlands 3, we kind of gotten DLCs that did not have like raid bosses and stuff like that until the very, very end. We got one massive raid boss. But in Borderlands 2, that was a given. We were getting raid bosses like crazy. We've already had a bunch of bosses that were already in the game at, the release, which was really good because when Borderlands 3 came out, we didn't really have any raid bosses at that point. And then on top of this, we also had more rarities and guns. So we had Pearlescent, and we also had Effervescent, or there's 2 more rarities, and people really wanted these rarities to be in Borderlands 3. Of course, we did not see these rarities, but we were in hopes that, okay, Wonderlands is coming out, and there was stuff being talked about with more rarities in there, and we did not see any rarities more than just the regular whites, greens, blues, yellows, purples, stuff like that. So We want to see all of that again in future titles, but I feel like they should go ahead and remaster or remake, because we already got remastered, but they should remake Borderlands 2. It is the one Borderlands that everyone loves the most. It's the one Borderlands that a lot of people remember the most, because a lot of people skipped on the first game and ended up playing the second one because of how well it did. So, I don't know what you guys think in the comments down below. Tell me what you guys think. Do you guys think that this game needs to be remastered? Or do you guys think that you've had enough of Handsome Jack and Borderlands 2 and we should just focus on future titles? I, of course, think that a remaster would be really, or a remake would be really, really, really fun to go through. Can you imagine going through Borderlands 2 with the same gameplay and graphics as Borderlands 3 or Wonderlands? That would be amazing. So, hopefully this comes around and Gearbox goes, let's remake Borderlands 2. It's one of the titles that we really, made a lot on and built our brand on. So, just remember to comment down below. Remember to leave this video a huge like, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will catch you all in the next one. Bye.